everyone, and welcome back to my channel, where everything you're about to hear and see has been done in one take. I'm your host, the One Take Man. At the time of this video's release, or should I say airing, I'll stick with release, the Netflix miniseries The Queen's Gambit will have turned 1 year old. Over this past year I have seen it twice. Once at Christmas, and once to prepare for this review. The TLDW of this video will be that this miniseries is absolutely great. It is a very engaging piece of entertainment, but a story that is full of twists and turns that arguably becomes better upon rewatching it. The cinematography is also on point. The set design looks absolutely great. And pretty much every acting performance across the board is at least good. It is a great way of spending 7 hours, if nothing else. For those of you who would like a little bit more detail, this mini-series follows Elizabeth Harmon throughout a large piece of her chess playing career, from when she first learns how to play to when she becomes an established figure in the world of the game. This process, however, is not an easy one. In fact, she has to encounter a lot of difficulties in order to be able to even first participate in the world of competitive chess. And then, even after she gets her first successes, she is still treated more as an oddity than as a peer by the chess world at large. Due to these supplemental strains, she develops some self-destructive habits in order to cope with them. Habits that become exacerbated as she encounters struggles in her personal life. And as she faces increasingly challenging opposition. Over time, however, she manages to gain the respect of her peers and manages to form healthier and more constructive habits and relationships. And in spite of what my description might have made you think, this miniseries is very much not a one-woman's show. There are a whole bunch of other characters who are extraordinarily well developed and follow their own character arcs. By definition, they are not as well developed as the one the main character goes on, but you see enough of these characters at various points throughout their life in order for you to piece together what it is they're actually, what it is that they have actually been going through all this time. Special credit has to go to the way Beth interacts with her competitors within the chess world, both within the competitive field and outside of it. The show itself does a great job at showcasing a large cross-section of the kinds of personalities that will want to play chess not just competitively but also professionally. What attracts them to the game and how the ways they think translate into how they play. Given Garry Kasparov was one of the chess consultants, one would expect nothing less, really. You could argue that makes this show somewhat unwatchable for chess newbies or even amateurs, but I've seen plenty of people who have no interest in chess whatsoever still mention that they had no problem, really following the games and understanding what the people there were actually playing for and how it is that they were playing. So in that way, at least, the show is very effective at communicating its directions and stakes. That being said, non-chess player characters still receive their due and are still interesting enough to follow in their own right. And even if they don't all have established character arcs, they still have a presence that makes them, to some extent at least, memorable. That is also assisted by the acting and just how good it actually is. I would argue the average across the entire cast is great. Everyone has a solid grasp of who the people they are playing are supposed to be, and they all know how it is that they need to emphasize that point in order to really serve that character's role within the story. Special credit has to go to Anya Taylor-Joy, who manages to add a lot of dimension, relatability, and likability to a main character who could otherwise very easily come across as arrogant and abrasive. I would also like to use this opportunity to shout out Thomas Brody Sangster and Marcin Doroshinsky, who play Benny Watts and Vasily Borgov respectively. As for other aspects of the show, well, I already mentioned that the set design is on point. It is period accurate and it is very effective at communicating the ambience it is trying to create. The cinematography is, for the most part, also well done and also effective at showing what's going on. The staging as well. It also won a few technical awards for sound design. So if you're into that, this show might be for you. But of these secondary aspects that make a show interesting and memorable, I really want to give a special shout out to the costuming department, because not only is every outfit period accurate, every outfit looks great on screen and is very effective at communicating some information about these characters and where they are currently within their development. Mina Lei, a fashion YouTuber, has done an entire video on the outfits of the main character alone, and there are plenty of other characters who are equally decked out. And yeah, from now on I could just stay here and ramble on and on, discussing and praising various aspects about the show, but I think you get the point. Overall, The Queen's Gambit is a complex and multifaceted piece of entertainment, and almost every one of its facets is polished to a perfect shine. My final rating for this miniseries is a 5 out of 5. It is genuinely that good. Go out and watch it now. You can thank me later. And yeah, that was my review. Thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like, and then maybe even share it wherever you think others will like it as well. If you have anything you'd like to add to anything I said in this video or about this show, then go ahead and mention it in the comments. The comment section is very much open to that. And if you want to see when my next video drops, then then all I can say is please subscribe. And also ideally ring the bell or do whatever else YouTube will ask of you in order to keep you notified. Until next time, I have been the One Take Man.